I'll be right back. Let me go get something. Yo ho, and you don't stop. You tuned in to the Facts Over Feelings podcast. I am your host, the Iceman. More bounce to the ounce, and I say what counts. Don't nobody go home till the fat man gets it in. What's happening, chocolate people? Decided to holler at y'all from the basement. If you ain't got it, make sure you get it. My first book, The Game of Life According to the Iceman, Volume 1. You can go to AskTheIceman.com to get this, or you can get it on Amazon. All right, let's get it on. Hope you guys had a positive day. Hope you're getting all that you deserve. Can you dig it? I was listening to, hold up. Have y'all noticed that on CBS, ABC, NBC, CNN, and MSNBC, and also on their digital platforms, that these folks are already starting to jump ship on Marsala Harris, okay? And that's not a good sign, okay? Because you notice you don't hear no more white guys for Harris and all that kind of crap. You don't hear that no more, do you? I ain't seen white guys for Harris. Matter of fact, I ain't heard no white guys even talking about her in the last month. Okay? Notice that. See, I pay attention to stuff like that. But I was listening to this somebody was explaining something about a particular abortion procedure, and I thought you guys should hear it from y'all should hear exactly what's done as far as abortion is concerned. This happens to be one of the procedures. Now, one procedure that they were talking about that I paid close attention to, they were saying that what they do is they take a long syringe with a needle, and they go through the woman's uterus, and they go into the baby's heart, and they inject it with lidocaine, which you know is a pain suppressor. And what that does is that slows down the baby's heart to, not beating at all. And it takes like 4 to 5 days for it to happen. Oh, I know. It was a black woman. I can't remember who it was, but she called one of them abortion clinics to find out, what abortion procedure would be right for her. And that's what the woman told her over the phone. And she sounds so cheerful and, oh, so you'd like to get an abortion? Yeah, okay, pal. I mean, it was like it was nothing. No big deal. You're just killing a baby, right? You're just killing a life inside of you, right? No big deal. there won't be any residual psychological effect with it. Huh. And what CNN and MSNBC, CBS, NBC, and ABC is also doing is they are trying to, how can I say this? They're trying to kill the noise out here amongst voters. Okay. That I'm trying to think. Oh, to talk about they are tackling misinformation. And the misinformation is concerning uh, uh, the fact that FEMA is broke and all they can afford to give people is $750. Now they're trying to say that Trump was going around telling people that. Trump wasn't the only person talking about this. It's people on X talking about the same thing. It was this one guy in North Carolina. He said FEMA only gave him and his wife $750. Meanwhile, they're giving illegal aliens thousands of dollars a month, like 4, 5, 6, 7,000 a month. That's why they starting businesses, buying food trucks. Meanwhile, Americans that were born here, we get nothing. And Black Americans, we get even less. But they're going out here trying to, they think because they say, you know, on CNN or CBS that that's disinformation. They could do. Don't nobody believe nothing them channels say. People are constantly turning away from legacy media channels as far as news is concerned because they get tired of getting lied to. Because that's all they do is lie. And they trying to say it like Trump made it up. Trump didn't make that up. It's I don't know how many white people on X who were in North Carolina said after all this destruction and mayhem of these hurricanes, the best FEMA can do is pay them $750. And then if you give them $750, where they gonna spend it at? Ain't no stores open. Ain't nothing open where most of the damage is really happening. What store are you gonna spend it at? Now they talking about that FEMA ain't broke. Yes, FEMA is broke. Here's what they've been doing. They've been taking VA money. They've been taking money from FEMA and other federal agencies and sub-agencies in order to pay for these illegal alien criminals to run their asses up in our country and live luxurious, excuse me. And they talking about, oh, they didn't do that. Yes, you did. That's why FEMA ain't got no money. And they thought they could, I guess they realized that the truth is out there. So the best they can do is, go on the offensive and try to act like that's a lie when I heard that before Trump said it. What up, moving forward? Hey, everybody that's in the chat room, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. And if you don't mind today, please drop. We got our Cash App IDs at the top. feel free to drop something in the bucket for the Iceman. Can you dig it? Anyway, these people, hold up, let me push this over. Okay, that's good. Okay. And I go on X last week, and I saw you know how they that sister has that show where they be popping balloons if y'all not compatible. If you've seen that show on YouTube, it's a trip. And they show this brother, all these decent looking black women was like, yeah, the guy walks up and say, yeah, I work in finance, I'm this, I'm that. And most of the women will, yeah, he look good, stuff like that. But then when they asked him, are you gonna vote? He said no. And they all all the women popped their balloons. And I was looking like, what's y'all point? What's y'all point with this? What's y'all's point? What's the Democratic Party's point? Okay. And then I saw something. You remember in 2022, that old ugly, disgusting looking professor was running around here talking about she ain't gonna give nobody, telling black women don't give brothers none unless they vote for Biden, vote Democrat in the midterms. Remember that? Man, ain't nobody listen to that ugly ass woman. She was bald headed and ugly and bad built. Okay? Don't nobody want no ass from you. You look like an ass, an actual ass, an actual two butt cheeks. That's what she looks like. Now they trying the same thing. Okay? Instead of no voting, no voting, no fucking, or what was the first one? Get your booty to the polls. Just insulting black folks. I mean, every time I turn around, they talking at us. They ain't talking to us. And then they want to sit up here. So now the DNC is financing these little silly ass PSAs or these ads, trying to insinuate that if black men don't vote for black men don't vote for Harris, we ain't gonna get none. First of all, a lot of brothers don't even want nothing from no black women. So let's stop it. Okay? Always fear mongering. They either threatening us, fear mongering, talking about if Trump gets in there, democracy's gonna end. Did it end in 2016? Because let me tell you something. Democracy can't end between 2016 and 2020 and then pop up again and be the law of the land. That's not how it works. If the lies that Trump is going to kill democracy, and they know what else the Democrats are saying. They saying that if y'all vote Donald Trump in there, he said he gonna put y'all back in chain. Donald Trump didn't say that, but the DNC is lying, going around saying this nonsense. Can you believe that? I mean, they willing to do anything just to win. And the sad part about it is the people who are voting for Harris, they see the same things that we see. We see all these dishonest ads online where they straight up lying on Trump. They see the same ads. And they still gonna vote for her ass. These people ain't look, man. Let me tell you something. If Tim Walz and Kamala Harris are trash, what does that say about you voting for them? I'll wait. D Fernandez, what's cracking? Justin, what's cracking, yo? Oh man, I'm trying. You know, it's rough on a black man, Justice. Justin, it's hard on a black man. You know that. Good to see D Fernandez. Hope all is well with you, player. Dig it. All right. Yo, we got the players in here right now, so it's a party now. All right. Anyway, they're trying to insinuate that black men better get on board with black women or else we ain't gonna get you now. We know that's a lie because we know most black women ain't gonna turn down no sex. We know that. That's the first thing. Secondly, brothers ain't tripping. Brothers ain't tripping about black women not wanting to get with them. We see that right now. We see y'all out here with y'all zaddies and all of that. We ain't tripping. We like, hey, take that bitch. Take her ass. Yeah, you can have her ass. We don't want her. What self-respecting black man wants a bed wench? That been laying up with white men. And then when her money get fucked up and she realizes that she done aged out of dating and white men ain't checking for her, now she go, I'm gonna get back in with black men. No, that ain't how it works. That ain't how it works, lady. That line, that's a long ass line, lady. Okay, it's a whole bunch of women ahead of you. Okay, and they ain't gonna be happy either. Justice 513. Here's what you do. What I've been telling people to do is unsubscribe from the MadVooDooMan channel and then resubscribe and then hit the bell. A lot of you got sometimes the bell doesn't work, even if you have hit it, the notification won't work. But I got a notification from myself. So when I see that, I know it went out to everybody, but at the same time, and then too, if it goes to an email address that you no longer have access to or you no longer using, that could be the issue too, that you used an old email address and you need to update that. So what I tell everybody, go unsubscribe, resubscribe, and then hit the notification bell, because maybe you're an old listener and the notification bell wasn't on there then, if y'all remember. Exactly. Moving forward, ain't nobody tripping. Word up, appreciate it, man. And so that particular technique is not going to work with black men, because black women have all for the last 10-15 years, black women have been telling black men what to do, and the simps and tricks been listening, but the minority alpha males like me and some of y'all, we ain't listening. And we ain't scared, and we ain't moved one way or the other, because we know we can go out here and get a white girl or Asian chick or a so-called white Latino chick. We got to sit up there and put up with black women's crap. You know they're not know that. Hell, they know that. That's why there's so many black women with no man. Yeah, they can get some dick. They can get some dick up in them and get pregnant, but that ain't no test. That's not a testimony to how you got a man. Cause sound to me like he ain't hanging around no more, man. He sound like he in the wind. So that ain't, come on, man. You look, DNC, you're going to do better than that. I don't blame black women for that. I blame y'all. I blame the DNC and the Democratic Party for that crap, because y'all still keep playing with that reparation money. Y'all still keep sending. 2 weeks ago, Joe Biden sent Ukraine $8 billion. And just at the end of last week, he just sent that dude $434 million additionally. This money is going to Ukraine and it's paying all the salaries of all their government employees. What does that have to do with this? Is why Zelensky don't want Trump in there, because Zelensky knows that the longer this war goes on, he can keep padding his pockets with our cash. And every time they send these checks out to all these countries that we trying to build favor with or gain favor with, they don't even like our asses. They think they buying influence. Burkina Faso over there in African country over there on the west coast of Africa, they just kicked them Frenchies out of there. And in a couple other countries kicked them Frenchies out of there. They stopped speaking. From what I read, they said that they're going back to their original language, their native tongue, and they ain't speaking French. Because some of these countries, black folks don't even speak no English. I mean, no English. I don't really expect them to speak English, but they don't even speak their own language. They up here speaking French. But yet we some Akatas. Ain't that something? Okay. I was looking at CBS.com this morning when I woke up. I'm looking at the news, and CBS has a lot of Hispanics that work on their digital side. And some of them use their Spanish surnames. A couple of them think they slick, and they change their last name to something like Johnson or Gordon or something like that. And they think they fooling somebody. They don't come from a bunch of illegal alien criminals. Like, I was looking at this one woman was talking to somebody on Fox News, and she said, well, my parents came in. Your parents didn't come here to America. Your parents broke in here. Your parents are illegals. That's why they hiding. That's why I hope to God they open up an 877 number, 888 number, 800 number. I hope Trump has them create a tip line for illegal aliens. And I'm thinking to myself, they probably got that already in their wheelhouse, that they're gonna do that. Because when they did it before, back in like 07, 08, 09, I'm trying to think. 08, 09, 2010. Let me think. So, hold on, y'all. Giving us a sex time. They gonna enforce a sex strike. Hell, 99% of the black women won't even carry that thing through to fruition. You know that, and I know that. Horny as black women are, or all women. Okay? Because that battery operated boyfriend, that's okay for a quickie, for, you know. But if you want that deep orgasm where you shaking and losing your mind, you're going to need one of us for that. Okay? You're going to need one of us. Now, we are less than 2 months. Well, hell, we're less than 2 months from Christmas. Almost 2 months exactly this week. Okay? The holiday season is around the corner. And you know what they're doing now? And I read this a month ago. One thing I noticed in Walmart is that all the items that are considered WIC or food that you can get under the SNAP program, they're dropping the price. And when I mean dropping the price, I'm talking about dropping the price 30%. And Target just announced today that, well, actually they announced yesterday that they're dropping their prices. Because I was like, I had shopped at Target last week and I was like, damn, this food is kind of cheap. You know what I'm saying? Because some stuff I didn't even bother to get because I thought it was going to be full price. So what I did is I went and I started looking around. I said, wait a minute here. Price drop, price drop, price drop. And this and not only in at Target, it's not just WIC and SNAP food items. It's items that are not necessarily something that low income people would buy and make. Okay, even those foods they're dropping the price on those foods because, and then Target in a statement they said the reason why they're dropping their prices is because they know the economy's effed up and they trying to give people a break. You ain't trying to give nobody no break. You know people gonna spend less money. This is gonna be one of them holiday seasons where they ain't gonna get their nut. That's what that is. They're not gonna get that nut that they normally get from foolish ass blind consumers that think they just because it's holiday season they got to spend all they grandkids and they spend their grandkids inheritance on some goofy ass dumbass toys that they gonna break an hour after they open the box up. You don't buy them nothing worthwhile. Okay, this is going to be an interesting holiday season. I want y'all to pay attention to that. It's going to be real interesting because all the broke ass single moms, they the main ones going out there spending all their money on that bullshit. Have y'all noticed that? Go to stores. I don't know if Toys R Us open yet, or they still on just online. Because I saw a story on Toys R Us that they're coming back, and they're not gonna come back to have brick and mortar stores right off the bat, but they will have a presence online. I used to work for Toys R Us, but I worked at the distribution center with a number of brothers and sisters. Okay, I bet over there it's a bunch of Mexicans now. Okay, yeah, cuffing season. Okay, yeah, it's Actually, it's not too far from me, their corporate office. It ain't too far from me. Yep. So you know damn good and well retail outlets usually don't do stuff like that. They want all their money because we talking about 200 to 300% markup on some of these items. Okay? So they dropping the price. I guarantee they ain't dropping the price of them damn toys though. But they think they slick. Because see, they're anticipating a lean holiday season. They done all the algorithms and all the calculations, and that's what they came up with. That they better drop the price on some of that stuff. That lets you know right there they ripping us off. Some of these items are items that I know they make a grip off of. Where the markup is 150%. Now the markup's only 10% or 20%. They're gonna make their quote. They're gonna make their quota for this quarter. They're still gonna make their quota. They're still gonna, and their stock price, the shareholders ain't gonna be talking about mutiny or suing because they didn't meet their they didn't meet their goals for that particular quarter. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Target has lost a lot of money over the years. And then let me talk about something real quick before I move on. Let me get some of this thing. All right, man. And so hold up, let me look at something real quick. Hey, you guys, hey, please take the link for this live stream and put that on all your social media pages if you don't mind. We want to draw as many people as possible to the live stream. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. The two Cash App IDs are in the chat room. So scroll up there and copy and paste and do what you need to do. You digs? So oh hell no. They don't want no competitors. It's bad enough that Amazon done kicked. Remember when Walmart was the shit? Remember they was kicking everybody's ass. Walmart was the biggest company in the world. Remember that? That was like 10, 12 years ago. That ain't that long ago. And then when Amazon took off, guess what happened? Walmart start closing stores. Okay. Now what they're doing, CVS is closing 900 stores. I saw that last night. Walgreens is I tried to work for Walgreens, some lying devils. Walgreens is closing 1,200 stores. Now, you know, most of these drug stores are in urban areas. Amazon pharmacy, I don't use Amazon for no damn pharmacy. I don't need to. I got the VA over here for free. Okay? They send my stuff to my house. I ain't going to pick nothing up if I don't have to. Not unless I really need it. Yeah. You know, but I'm already at the VA already. You digs? But Temu or TEMU, they sell a lot of junk. They sell a lot of Chinese junk because Amazon kind of went in that direction for a hot minute, didn't they? They were selling a bunch of garbage. I sent I don't know how much stuff back to Amazon. Then they up there gonna send me a message talking about, you returning too many items. Well, your sorry ass vendors sitting up here trying to get over. And it's some old Chinese, some old Asians trying to get over. Like, man, don't threaten me. I ain't gotta buy nothing on Amazon food. You don't run away no customers unless you're a fool, unless you got a death wish. You're trying to kill your business. But Amazon, if you go back to like the late 90s, Amazon wasn't even breaking even. And I wish if I'd have known about them, because I should have known sooner or later they was gonna blow up. Now look at Amazon. But here's the thing. You think that there's somebody in there like Alibaba or Temu or one of these people that's gonna knock Amazon off? No, that ain't gonna knock Amazon off. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna knock Amazon off. Somebody that can get whatever it is you order online to your house within 24 to 48 hours. Once they figure that out, Amazon is dead in the water. Remember, the mouse trap has already been invented. All you can do now is build a better mouse trap than everybody else. That's your edge. That's your niche. Serving, getting products to people fast. Whoever those folks are, they're gonna be balling, and Amazon gonna have to kiss that ring, just like Walmart did. Walmart closed thousands of stores across this country, worldwide. You don't do that unless you can see trouble over the horizon, or you're just straight up losing money right now. See, when they talk about laying off 100, 300 people, when a company says they're going to lay somebody off, they've already done the calculations. And the calculations say that we need to lay 300 people off by June. And it's January. You see what I'm talking about? And so when they do that, that don't necessarily mean the company is going under. It just means that something's cutting into them profits. And that's where they get their bonuses from. That's what puts the fuel in the corporate jet. You dig? Right, with the scamdemic. Exactly. The scamdemic, the plandemic. Okay? Seriously, ladies and gentlemen, and this is just conjecture. I seriously believe that COVID-19 suspiciously popped up at the end and caught the United States by surprise. I'm wondering because too much stuff is coming out about Fauci. Too much stuff is, too much stuff is coming out about this dude, about him lying to about him lying to Congress. That's why I should eat 3 or 4 hours before I do the live stream, because talking, I start getting acid reflux for some reason. I don't even know what's up with that. When I go online, usually I try to eat earlier. Anyway, and mainly because I don't want to be rushing too. But anyway, when you see companies closing drugstores, for example, that's a sign of the times, player. When you see drugstores closing, that means something is wrong. See, remember I was talking to y'all last week about about internal polls in compared to the external polls that they show us, where it shows us that, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, they neck and neck right now. Well, earlier today, that wasn't the case. They said Donald Trump is pulling away from her. And now this is on CNN. They talking about this stuff. And have you noticed that the Democrats, that all that happy, joy bullshit, you notice they get the Democrats are getting real somber. Have y'all noticed that? Remember, if you go back when right before the DNC and they put Kamala Harris's ass up there, remember they was happy, joy. Remember that? They looked like somebody died. They starting to look like somebody died on these channels. Just like they looked when right after Biden debated Donald Trump. Remember that? Right after that, the Democrats was like, then here comes George Clooney popping up talking about, well, Mr. Biden, you ain't gonna get no money out my folks until you step down. And you notice Biden is clowning Kamala Harris. He's clowning her. Like, remember when DeSantis was up there before the first answer. Remember when the first hurricane happened and DeSantis was doing press conferences all day, and then she said that DeSantis won't take her calls for help. And DeSantis was like, man, what the hell are you talking about? I talked to Joe Biden this morning. You know what Joe Biden said in a press conference? What'd he say? He said, when they asked him, they said, Kamala Harris said that DeSantis is playing politics, and you know what Joe Biden said? He started laughing. He said, basically all I know is I talked to the governor this morning, and I told him that whatever he needs, he's got it out of us, and that for him to keep us posted. That's a direct contradiction to lying ass Scamala. Okay, she straight up lied on this dude. It's amateur novice stuff like that, and the fact that her phoniness ain't that good, because she's straight counterfeit. That woman is counterfeit. Everybody even now, black women are seeing her for who she is and what she is. She's an empty suit that just stands around and tell bold-faced lies. That is a sign. When you see all these drugstores closing, that's a sign. Now, a lot of you will probably say, well, that means my grandmama can't get her medication. Yes, she can. Because even if her prescriptions are with CVS or Walgreens, they send your stuff in the mail. They'll send your medications in the mail. Matter of fact, they'll drop them off at your house. Just like the weed man. It's folks out there in California making a grip, just dropping off weed. Okay? I was looking at this white dude. He said, man, I can't. He said, every time I get ready to go home, I start getting a bunch of calls again. He was like, man, I'm out here all day. And he said at night, that's when they really hit my ass up. At night. They want their weed, especially on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. People that forgot they was going to get their weed from the Weed Connect. Okay, but see, this is a legal business, delivering like Uber Eats. Okay? Because Uber Eats probably ain't gonna go pick up no weed and take it to your house. Because that might be, they might get in trouble for that. Especially if marijuana is still on the Schedule 1 drug list. Is cannabis still on the Schedule 1 drug list with heroin and cocaine and all that and meth? Because they claimed they was gonna move it from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3, where Schedule 3 is like cough syrup, Tylenol, that type of stuff. Drugs that ain't gonna kill you, necessarily, unless you do some stupid shit with, you drunk on NyQuil, you up here out in the streets clowning. That's one thing. But who drinks NyQuil and then goes to the club or goes out? I don't know too many people. I've done it. I've gone to the club drunk off of, I took my dosage and I drank my drink in the car when we was up sitting in front of the club or sitting near, a couple blocks from the club. Okay. Yeah, that's true, Justice. That's true. That's a premium service. That's true. You think like a businessman. That's what's up. We need more brothers like you. What they're trying now, what Amazon is trying now is what they're doing now is trying. Yeah, exactly. See how they lie. They don't and see Kamala up here talking about well, black men, if you elect me, I can move it from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. And you know what? Do it now. You in office now. I'm not going to sit up here and give you a promotion and you're an idiot and you're incompetent. You don't get rewarded when you dumb as hell. You don't get rewarded. Dummies don't get rewarded in American society. How many people do you know getting over and they can barely function in school, K through 12 school? You can pretty much figure out they're not going to do anything after they leave high school if they don't drop out. Telling all these damn lies. And see, a lot of folks don't know when they're getting lied to on CNN and MSNBC and CBS and all them folks. They don't know when they're getting lied to because they're not looking at any other channels. I don't look at Fox News because I'm a Republican. I look at Fox News because I know the lies that the DNC and all them other channels are telling. Fox News is going to put them on blast. So I use them to find out stuff that I can't find out on CNN or CBS or ABC. Because I get people on my Instagram talking about, man, why you always posting stuff from Fox? I said, because that's where the information is, unfortunately. Because the Democrats are just straight lying. See, those drugstores closing is what we call a social indicator or an economic indicator. It could be both. It says there's a problem, but we don't know exactly what it is, so we solve for X. So we're getting into algebra now. Okay, X, you don't know what X is. X is unknown. We don't know what it is, but I got a clue. I think these stores are closing because of one, Amazon's pharmacy is way bigger than everybody else's pharmacy put together. then on top of that, people ain't spending no money, or they don't have the money. That has something to do with it. The fact that people ain't got no money. That has something to do with it. The fact that people ain't got no money. So they ain't going no, see, because you got to understand, who's going to drive all the way to CVS or Walgreens or Rite Aid? Rite Aid, they damn near went out of business. They filed for bankruptcy. I forgot about all the other ones. Everybody else's pharmacy is hurting except for Amazon. See, anything that's directly linked to policies from Biden, they're gonna either talk about fixing it, or they're gonna lie, continue to lie, or they're gonna say, well, if you put me in office, I'll fix it. No, nigga. No. That's not, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. That's just like if you meet a chick at the club and she talking about, this I'm telling you right now, me and you get together, this gonna be the best draws you ever got. And you like, oh, hell yeah. You like, hell yeah, let me get with it. Okay. But then when you get the number and start talking to her, she say, oh, well, you gotta take me out of town. Okay. This out of town pussy. Okay. So you take her, so y'all leave Detroit and go wherever this weekend getaway is gonna be, and you get the draws. She's talking about, ooh, when you get these draws, they're gonna be the best draws you ever got. And you taking me out of town too? Woo! These draws gonna be hot for you. Then you get them draws, and you wake up the next day and be like, bitch, this is the same old tired ass pussy I could have gotten Detroit, and I could have saved my money. That's the situation with these pharmacies. They're not needed. Just like Walmart. Walmarts are going, did y'all know Walmarts are going out of business? The only place Walmart ain't going out of business is in rural white areas where there's nothing out there. And in your town, the best grocery store is Walmart, because the privately held grocery stores, they want too much money. That's how Walmart was able to kick everybody's ass. The problem is Walmart start going up on stuff. Walmart ain't as cheap as they used to be. Walmart used to be cheap like Dollar Tree. Remember? Go back to the mid-90s. Man, Walmart was so lousy. I didn't even like going in the Walmarts back then, because it was like going into Dollar General. They were sloppy, just floor ain't clean, stuff on the floor, nobody won't mop it up. I mean, come on, man. But some Walmarts are impeccable. They're impeccably clean. Not many of them. But Walmart, that's why you think Walmart goes out to these areas where ain't no black folks at, or ain't too many people, period, living? Because they can be the only employer in that whole, square miles, 20 square miles. They're the biggest employer in that town. So they ain't gonna never go out of business unless another type of Walmart business moves in, because everybody ain't ordering stuff on Amazon. Some folks still don't trust that process. But this whole direction that the DNC is going in, Y'all looking to be, y'all, we're going to make sure that the Democratic Party is the party of the past, not the future. Because they're the ones, let me tell you something, Republicans and Democrats both try to destroy the middle class. But the Republicans, that really ain't their forte, to go after the middle class like that. All they want to do is give them tax breaks to Big Bank Hank and them, to all the billionaires and whatnot. They want to give them tax breaks. But remember, Obama said he was going to raise taxes on the rich, didn't he? His first term, he said, I'm going to raise taxes on people who can pay it. All of everybody that make $500,000 or less, we're not gonna put no more taxes on you. As a matter of fact, we're gonna cut taxes for you. That was a goddamn lie. Obama raised taxes on the middle class. Remember, they don't like look, these political parties do not like the middle class. The DNC does not like the middle class because we decide elections and we usually go in another direction than the DNC wants us to go in. That's why they're trying to control all, they're trying to practice controlled opposition. They're working both sides of the fence. That's why when you hear about some of these companies, they'll give $20 million to the DNC, but they'll give $5 million to the RNC. See how they do? They're playing both sides against the middle. See, you got to understand, in America, Caucasians ain't losing nothing. Okay? Because they can hit a legal lick and be back on their horse again. Whereas with you and me, it don't work like that, because number one, we don't have black businesses that can employ a good number of people. So we got to go to Hunky McGee and Miss Ofe and them to get a job. And that's sad. And you wonder why you get mistreated at work. That's because they know you ain't got nowhere else to go. They ain't stupid. They've been playing black folks for over 400 years. They know us like the back of their hand. So they think, because they never expected black folks to start talking about reparations, did they? But reparations is front and center. Reparations is front and center now, ain't it? You know why it's front and center? Because of people like us, the black media. It ain't because of these Democratic shills out here, or these Democratic flunkies that you see on Facebook. And the DNC, is still hiring a bunch of shills to come into these spaces and disrupt stuff, disrupt conversations. Okay? I was listening to Tariq put this shill in his place, and Tariq said, and I'm paraphrasing what they were saying. Tariq was like, "Why do you always come in my spaces lying?" He said, "Man, you know damn good and well there ain't no economic policies out there for black people specifically. Stop lying." And see, a lot of goofy Negroes will go and sit up there and vote for Harris like they did for Biden, and then get disappointed the same way that Biden disappointed them. Because remember, the first month or two, all the Biden sexuals, yeah, we got our guy in there. Remember that? But when Jim Crow Joe started coming with the nonsense, with the racist nonsense, and then that phony ass Asian hate bill, where they gave the Asian community $50 million grant, gave them a $50 million grant. Where's our $50 million grant? California gonna sit up there and try to act like they're trying to disperse reparations and I knew they were gonna get to the end and then cancel it, so that Gavin Newsom, notice I call him New Scum. Gavin Newsom, he think we stupid, and he'll be like, "Well, I didn't order that. I didn't tell them to kill that bill in the House. I didn't tell them to do in the legislature. I didn't tell them to do that. I'm not responsible." You know damn good and well, Gavin Newsom killed that reparations bill, and he used his buck dancing, bojangling Sambos and Mammies in the legislature to do his dirty work for him. Because see, let me tell you something. Newsom see, in 2028, DeSantis is gonna pop up out of nowhere. Okay, and so is Gavin Newsom thinks he's just gonna pop up, and we just gonna forget about what he did out there in California with that reparations bill. Okay, because he think we stupid. He think we just got off the turnip truck. Okay. All the Democratic Party is doing is throwing pasta on the wall to see what sticks. They're phony. We trying to help. We gonna help black men with businesses. They ain't never helped black men do nothing. I told y'all about Goldman Sachs talking about they gonna give black women $10 billion to start businesses. I told y'all about that 2 or 3 years ago. She talking about she gonna lower the price of housing. How? She can't do that. She don't know how to do that. Because if she did, she would have told you. You know how you drop the price of housing, of houses? You put guardrails on developers and the banks selling mortgage securities. That's what you do. The other thing that you can do is go to Blackstone, BlackRock, and a couple of other Vanguard, these almost $1 trillion what do you call it? Hedge funds. Those hedge funds, Vanguard, all these other people, they out here buying up all the houses so they can jack up the price on rent. They're gonna hold on to ownership of these houses, but they're gonna hire a management company to rent it out. Okay, you notice you don't see BlackRock on none of your paperwork. Okay, you ain't gonna never see Blackstone or Vanguard. You ain't gonna never see none of their name on anything. Okay, because they don't want you to know who is the puppet master, who's moving the strings. They don't want you to know who that is, but I do. So I'm telling you. So sex strikes with putting a sex strike on Black American men is going to backfire in their face. I wanted to talk real quick before I go into this next unit. I want to talk about Barack Obama chastising grown Black men and women about not supporting Kamala Harris, but he's mainly talking to Black men. He's up the brothers. He didn't say, he wasn't talking like our, he didn't say our. He would say your community, because he doesn't see himself. A lot of people laugh when I say this, but Barack Obama think he a white man. Now you can laugh if you want to, but that's what he acts like. He acts like a black white supremacist. That's what he acts like. He showed his contempt for black people. And sisters, even if they're putting black men down, you don't join in on that unless you got a death wish. You don't join in on that unless something is wrong with you. Because last time I checked, your ass is black just like ours. And you ain't got no friends out here like you think. If you think the DNC gonna hook you up, you got another thing coming. You think Kamala Harris gonna hook you up with some folks to hang out with, like-minded folks? I don't think so. She gonna be too busy lying and running game on people. But him sitting up there talking shit to black men, all it did, it backfired. Because I saw I don't know how many videos of mainly young black men, but also black women saying, hey, thanks a lot, President Obama. I'm glad you got out there and showed your ass. You can best believe we ain't, now we really, me and my wife ain't supporting Kamala anyway, but I was kind of thinking about supporting her because she's black. Nah, I ain't gonna do nothing for her. I'm Team Trump. That's not a good look. That's not a good look for the Democratic Party people, and their internal polls are. And let me tell you something. Didn't Barack Obama look mad when didn't he lose his cool when he was talking to them black people? Somebody should have got up and slapped the shit out of his ass, talking to grown black men and women like that, talking down to us. Barack Obama ain't got no pull with nobody. Hell, he ain't got no standing with white people. It's more of them that voted for him than anybody. But they got burnt voting for Obama. And I told y'all the reason why Donald Trump got in there in 2016 is because of Obama's bullshit ass policies. That's why. Because white people remembered that Obama went all around the Rust Belt, all around the South, talking because the thing is, they were grumbling in 08, 07, 08. They were grumbling back then about illegal immigrants coming to towns and getting all the damn jobs. The white men were talking about that back then. And then Obama lied, talking about he gonna what did he say he's gonna do? He's gonna bring back blue collar jobs. And he lied. You don't lie to white constituents. They will get your ass. They ain't like black folks. They will get your ass. They're gonna get back at you. Okay? Donald Trump is the reason why. Barack Obama is the reason why Trump got in there. So thank him for that. But it's good that they did put him in there, because imagine what it would look like with a Hillary Clinton presidency and then Joe Biden. You think we're screwed right now as a country? We would have really been underwater if she would have won. It would have been abortion. It would have been feminist, feminist policies, down with men and up with women. Okay, you would have heard they would have heard them demonizing black men as they usually do. Like, look how everybody is jumping on on Diddy's ass. They trying to wipe out his. They trying to make it so he ain't got nothing to leave his children. They're gonna make sure of it. And on the indictment of all this so-called sex trafficking and all this stuff, they show in the paper, in the documents, they don't say anything about any evidence. They usually put evidence in there. Ain't no evidence in there from the U.S. Attorney's Office. It's all accusations on Diddy. Okay? Aaron Hall done got himself caught up into that mess. Okay? Jimmy Iovine, who's co-owner of Interscope Records, he's named as a defendant by the U.S. Attorney. Who else? Stevie J. Oh, they cleaning house, man. Hell, if Biggie was still living, they would have did his ass the same way. They'd have had him talking shit to him. He would have been connected to Diddy's ass. Diddy was a billionaire on paper. Okay? But he only got $1 million in cash on hand. Diddy ain't worth but $400-some million. He ain't worth no $1 billion. Not now. Not after he lost that Ciroc contract with that racist ass alcoholic beverage company that was trying to do him in. They're gonna try to put Diddy in jail for getting freaky deaky. And look at they're talking about hundreds of people popping up out of nowhere because they know they can get a bag. So everybody's lying. And remember, it's the preponderance of evidence in civil court, which means I can say, yeah, you did it. And they just take my word for it. That's what that means. We don't have to prove that. We just have to say it's likely. It's more likely than not you did this. That's what preponderance of the evidence means. Because in the criminal court, there's a higher standard you have to meet. Without a reasonable doubt, this guy did it or didn't do it. The standard is totally different. So all these people, it's people sitting up, it's people gonna pop up out of nowhere that had no dealings with Diddy who want a check. And he's dealing with a criminal case. They're gonna suck up all his resources. I guarantee Diddy gonna probably spend about $3 or $4, $5, $6 million on that case, if not more. Because they gotta hire PIs, they gotta hire assistants, they gotta hire people to make poster board and all that kind of make video. They might have to hire a video editing company to make a video or something like that, video evidence or a presentation. Diddy's in a world of trouble. And I think it's sad that you got all these people coming after him like this. And, don't think it's just Diddy. They'll do me and you the same way, if not worse. Sad, man. It's sad. So what they're doing, what the Biden administration is trying to play cleanup duty right now when it comes to that $750 award they giving people that are hurricane victims. $750 and they ain't got nowhere to spend it. All the stores, the buildings are gone in all of them towns. There ain't even a 7-Eleven standing. I'm serious, man. This wasn't a normal hurricane. This wasn't the usual hurricane that tore up a few buildings, but didn't really do that. You know, it did damage, but it didn't take the whole town out. This and Hurricane Milton went across Florida like this. So it wrecked, you know, everything in that path. That Hurricane Milton was a beast too, but Hurricane Helene was a, you know, once in a century hurricane, and it's happened before. The winds were 150 miles an hour, just like they were with Hurricane Helene. Now they talking about another hurricane, another tropical depression is forming not too far from the Bahamas right now. Did y'all know that? State Farm, all these insurance companies are bailing out of the state of Florida because they don't want to pay. State Farm and them don't want to pay no money. I know a lot of older people go with companies like AAA Insurance, State Farm. I used to have Farmers. Man, Farmers was so expensive, man. I was like, man, let me get the hell away from you. See, I didn't know nothing about USAA back then. Had I known, I would have got with them. Because, man, they was ripping us off when it came to insurance. Okay? When I was in the military. Because they know they can, you know, all they got to do is go to our commander and say, hey, you know, Airman Carey ain't paying his insurance bill. Colonel so-and-so. Then next thing you know, Colonel so-and-so is calling me in the office. But after a while, if, you know, some of these companies that were on the list, like Geico and other ones, at that particular base, that commander said, hey, stop dealing with Geico. Don't deal with Geico. Geico done ripped off too many airmen, and then on top of that, they keep calling up here trying to get airmen in trouble. And them colonels got hip to that. Okay? The reason why Biden, somebody asked me, well, Ice, how come Biden ain't going through Congress to give this money to these illegals? Because, first of all, it's illegal what they're doing. Skirting federal law like that. I've heard a whole bunch of people on social media saying we ought to put these people in jail. That Harris and them ought to go to jail for the shit they doing. Having all these 15, 20 million no good ass people coming up in here, and you're gonna sit up there and we're gonna make the country go. We're gonna make the country go broke trying to take care of these people and have them living in the lap of luxury while Americans starve. And you want me to go vote for that? You want me to vote for more of that? You can kiss my rusty black old ass. $750, and they giving illegal aliens thousands a month. They buying new cars. I'm starting to see these illegal alien criminals at the gas station getting gas with a brand new $50,000 vehicle. Where they getting the money from? I can't afford it. You can't afford it. How can they afford it? But see, you know what? I'm hoping they go out and buy all that garbage. You know, now they helping them getting high, and Kamala Harris and Biden and them helping illegal alien criminals buy houses, and then they throwing it at our faces, showing some damn illegal alien sitting up here, moving into a brand new house, and he only been in this country 6 months. I help all of those people that got the hook up like that. Once Trump get in there and cut that money off, what you think gonna happen to all these illegals, these sorry ass illegals that are running around here in their little food trucks? What you think gonna happen to them? Think about that for a second. You can post it in the chat room. What you think gonna happen when that payment for that food truck comes up, or that car that SUV they bought, and there ain't no more money, or they can't stay in that $300 a night hotel over there in Manhattan, New York City. Man, they shitting all over us. They shitting all over us and telling us it's mud. Okay? And then after they gave out $750 to a bunch of people, the FEMA workers were saying they didn't have no more money. They were out of money. And then here come CBS and CNN and MSNBC telling they lies, trying to help out. Because they in bed with the Biden administration. So they go on their platforms lying, talking about Donald Trump is lying about people only getting $750. Hell, they didn't get that at first. They wasn't getting anything at first. Now FEMA's going around giving the people $750. Ain't that sad? That we got people who are going to vote for more of that. See how dangerous some of these niggas are? They dangerous, man. These Democratic voters are dangerous. They don't care what condition this country's in. They don't care if they got to pay $10 a carton for eggs. They don't care. It's something they want to do, and that's it. I know Kamala Harris and Tim Walz ain't shit, but I'm voting for them anyway. What kind of person does that? But it's going to backfire. It's going to backfire. Hey guys, nobody's hitting the Cash App. Hey guys, let's hit the Cash App. We got 2 Cash App IDs at the top in the chat room. Make yourself useful. I'm about to take a quick break. I got to go upstairs. I'm gonna go get some stuff done. I'll be right back down. Don't move a muscle. It's Facts Over Feelings podcast.